Hey, what up, you guys? Peek out here in Singapore, and I'm coming at you live because I've been thinking about a lot. Man, I always started like this, right? I've been thinking about a lot of things. Yeah, well, guess what? I read, I listen, I watch, I talk, I do a lot. So that's why I have a lot to think about. And I feel good about that because it means that I'm not taking any moment for granted. Okay, that's a lie. It's not that I'm taking every moment and doing something with it, but I'm taking more than I used to. Hey, Avina. And I'm actually feeling really good about the fact that I'm putting in this amount of work. I could be putting more, obviously. There's still plenty of time that I could be doing more with. But for now, I'm good with this. I feel good about this because it's serving my purpose. I'm walking more and more in my purpose. And as I make more time for these things and these things become more and more easy and second nature, man, sky's the limit for real. So I want to talk to you about this concept, right? Because as I listen and as I read, I find myself digging up more about myself and understanding more about myself. It's like, yeah, I understood myself pretty well, but there are still layers to each of these lessons. And though I've mastered the first level of this stuff, I still have second level, third level, fourth level, as many as they go, until I am one with consciousness. And that for us in our culture is more like attaining that ultimate understanding that there is no good or bad, there is no right or wrong, there just is, and then our thoughts make it so. So I'm getting there. It's not perfect yet, but I'm getting there. And this thing that I realized was it's been so long that I have kind of suffocated what I want and what I desire. Okay? A lot of times in my life, there have been moments where I didn't have the money to do the things that I wanted to do. So, what I would do is I would tell myself, okay, how necessary is this? Do I really need it? Am I going to die without it? Or will I pretty much be able to maintain and still do a lot even without these things? So, it became a lot of material things that I stopped doing because let's face it, I don't actually need those things to survive. I have this need to do as much as I can with what I have rather than attain more and more physical material things. There was once a time where I felt like I needed all the makeup in the world, and when I didn't have the money, I used to steal. Yeah, I got really good at making sure that I knew where all the cameras were and making sure that I didn't get caught. But guess what? Eventually, I did get caught, and I stopped. I stopped because the repercussions of what I was doing were very, very big, and it was not the kind of price I was willing to pay. So I just stopped. I changed the habit. But that didn't stop me from wanting things. And that's where I had to learn that, you know what? I can still be enough without these extra things in my life. Same things go for, clothes and shoes. It got to a point where I didn't need different kinds of shoes. I just needed one pair of black and one pair of brown, and I can make it work because depending on how I changed my outfit, the shoes would still work. You know what I mean? So it was little things like that. And I taught myself over and over and over and over again that I don't need these things. I don't need to act on the desire, the impulse to go buy something and add something and take something. I didn't need all of those things. But what I'm realizing is with this particular dream, this desire to change the world around me, I can't put it down. I can't. Because it's necessary for me to change the world. It's necessary for me to see people live their lives, actually live it, to actually enjoy their lives, to actually look forward to conversations instead of, and you know what I mean, when you see someone's name flash across your phone because they're messaging you or they're texting you or you're calling you or whatever, you have this eye roll that happens like, oh my God, not this person again. And I don't want that. I want you to be excited that people reach out to you because they genuinely want to speak to you, not because, those people that only call you when they want something or only call you because they want to complain about something, only call you for like their own gain. These people actually want to share with you. They want to share their wins. They want to see how you're doing. They want to check in. Those are the things that I want. Imagine if you had a life full of that kind of experience, right? That's what I want. So I can't put this dream down as much as I've taught myself to put everything down because it's not necessary. Even that idea that I thought, I need the kind of life where I can get my hair done and I can get my nails done and I can do all these things. I don't need that. It costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of effort to produce the kind of money, to live that kind of lifestyle, only for it to disappear within one service. So I understand when people say they can't afford to speak to me, they can't afford to hire me as a consultant. I understand because I know what it's like not to have money. But I also know that if it's really important to you, you will prioritize in such a way that you get rid of the things you don't need so you can make space for the things you do. I am a minimalist. Back before Netflix made it cool or whatever, I'm a minimalist. Everything I've ever owned, I was just talking about this with August, everything I've ever owned, I can fit into one suitcase. Push come to shove, I can get rid of all the extra clutter and I will bring only what I need in one suit. It will fit in one suitcase, I guarantee it. Case in point, all the office wear that I've had for over 15 years. Yeah, I ordered suits back when Victoria's Secret made suits, and they are such good quality, they still are with me today. Okay, so the style is a little outdated because they're kind of like wide leg pants, but I see that's coming back again. But the point is they fit me, they're good quality, and I don't need to get them altered or fixed or anything because they're not fraying, they're not falling apart, they're in good shape. They're in good shape. So I have nothing to complain about with that. The blouses and shirts, the t-shirts that I wear, okay, once they get kind of holdy because I've worn the hell out of them, like I rode them till the wheels fell off, then I need to change them out. But the honest truth is, for the kind of lifestyle I live right now, I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot, and it's because I've pared everything down. I don't need to go out and get ice cream every weekend. I don't need to go to the movies every weekend. I don't need to go out drinking anymore. Because what I realized was, dude, I was using alcohol as an excuse to go have fun, which is bullshit. Why shouldn't I be able to have fun without alcohol? And that's what I had to train myself to do. But this thing that I'm trying to accomplish, this goal that I'm trying to make sure that is out there for everyone, I can't put it down. Because there aren't enough people living. There aren't enough people enjoying. There aren't enough people who speak to each other because they want to speak to each other, because it's refreshing. It reignites the fire within themselves to speak to people. And it's funny because every time I talk to people, they're like, oh my God, damn, you're like, wow, you're doing all that? I need to do more. I could do more. And they ask me, well, what else could I do? Because I really have this dream in my heart and I want to sing. I want to make music. I want to rap. I want to, whatever the dream is. I don't know. There are a lot of dreams out there. But I keep telling them, hey, be yourself. Take off all of your masks. Look, I'm not going to lie. I'm a big fan of Sikik. But if he would take off the mask and be himself, I think by now he should have enough and more fans that they would be just wild about who he is and what he does without the mask. But I get it. He started off in any way that he possibly could just to start making music, and he chose to wear a mask. So if you're listening out there, I'm telling you, look, we love you. We love the music you make. We love the view you have of the world and how you portray it in your music. And I can't wait for the day when you are finally comfortable enough where you can throw that mask mid-stage every performance and people are like, yeah. So I can't put this dream down. I've worked too hard. And yeah, there are plenty of excuses for me to quit along the way, but guess what? For every person that I speak to, for every video that I do, for every episode that I record and publish, somebody out there responds. Today I had this response from someone that says, oh my God, it's so cool to get a heartfelt response to my post because all I get are emojis and thanks. Good job. Keep up the good work. And I was like, damn, really? Like that's what we've disintegrated to? We just speak in emojis now? Like we went from hieroglyphs to full-blown words back to hieroglyphs basically? Like how do you feel when you get an emoji back when you've written your heart out? I get irritated, but I don't even know how to thank them. Like, no, thanks. Good job. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks. There's nothing else to say but thanks because I have nothing to feed back from. But if you wrote about, your childhood and you posted a picture that was, you holding your baby and you were vulnerable in the moment and someone notices everything about that picture, wow. Now I can talk to you about something. Wow, you noticed that? I noticed that too. I appreciate that you noticed that. I wanted to capture that because not enough pictures on the internet capture that. I'm going to explain exactly what I'm talking about. There was a post on the internet today as I was scrolling through my feed, and there was a young lady who was holding her child. It's not a baby. Maybe the little girl was maybe like 4 or 5 years old, but was still sitting in her lap. And you can tell it's like an older kid because the legs are like dangling off of her. Like she's quite tall, right? But in the picture, you could see that the mom had this look of calm. And she was looking off into the distance and she was clutching her baby girl. She was holding her real tight. And the look of the child, because the child was facing the camera, was this pure, joyous, like she was smiling, ear to ear, just happy. Do you know how rare it is for us to capture pictures of that as moms? Me as a single mom, I need an extra arm. I need to be like an octopus or something for you to be able to see that. But no one takes those pictures. And that's the kind of pictures I want to see more of. So whenever I see things like that that I want to see more of, I definitely make sure I comment. But it's more than just the picture. I read the caption. And she mentioned, you know what? Husbands out there, fathers out there, if you could just do this one favor and capture those moments that really epitomize the relationship we have with our kids, that would be awesome. Look, I know, I get it. It's funnier and it's easier to comment on memes and stuff. Yeah, we all, we're all sarcastic. We love, making fun of things and poking fun at stuff. But what life really is behind the scenes, that's what I wish we could show more of. And that's what I'm planning to show more of because it's important to me. Life is not just this one still shot that you took 25,000 pictures of to find the one shot that you wanted to post online. It's all the moments in between. It's the reason when I take pictures of people, I take steady shots over and over again as they move and laugh and talk so that then you can capture the essence of who they are. I don't want the fake ones. I don't want the posed boomerangs. I don't want the ones where you practice a couple times before you got the shot. I want you to move, to be fluid, to talk, to laugh, to have a conversation, and I'm going to take pictures in the background. Just be yourselves. I'm going to take pictures in the background, and then you pick out which ones you love. Because that's real life. This is why I like live video. There's a lot that I can't fake when it's live. I can't edit it. I can't go back and cut out the parts where I yawn and the bits where I, pick my nose or scratch my face or what. I can't do none of that. This is me. It's me. This is what you will encounter if you run into me on the street. The way I speak is just like this. Sure, I probably cuss a lot more in real life, but I don't feel the need to curse when I'm talking to myself on the phone, recording live. This dream I have, I cannot put down. Yeah, I have those moments where I take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back because something pushed back and I couldn't push forward with it. But guess what? I take it as the universe telling me that, you know what, you need to rethink this to make it a little smoother. Maybe this isn't the way you need to do it. The goal is right, but the way you're doing it may be wrong. So try again, try something different. That's the way I choose to take all these messages. Because that makes me grow, that helps me move forward. I get to do so much more with my life that way. I want life. I have life right now. I want it. I don't want to sloth through a day and pretend like I had a great life. No, I want life. So all y'all out there that are like wondering what else you could do, there's so many things you could do. Try, just pick up something, do something. And maybe you don't have the emotions or the inspiration or the motivation to do something. You don't force yourself to start. Force yourself to start. Just 2 minutes and get it started and see what happens. You get in the flow. I love to color. I love to draw. I love to trace. I'm not good at drawing. I like to draw, but I'm not good at drawing. I'm better at tracing. I love putting together pictures and quotes to depict whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I'm a very emotional creature. Anything I write, any lyrics I write or poetry that I write, it's all about making you be able to step into what I'm feeling right away. I want that. I want you to feel what I'm feeling. I want you to understand that I understand where you're coming from. But I also know that there are a couple of different ways you can take the situation. There are a couple of different things you could do in that situation. And that's what I want to teach you. I want to teach you to see options. I want to teach you to see that you have choices. I want to teach you to see through every opportunity and think through what could possibly happen. Look at the possibilities. I've been teaching this for a while, you guys, and it's funny because sometimes I teach, and people tend to take me for granted. They tend to think, oh yeah, she's just going to preach to me all the time. And it isn't until they go off and are invited to a self-help seminar somewhere else that they suddenly realize, well, shit. I had someone that was telling me this thing the whole time. And I allowed her to become like Charlie Brown's teacher, wah, 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 in the background because I wasn't ready to hear it. And because I talk to her every so often, once in a while, once a week or something like that, it's not the same effect of having me for a 3-day seminar. You go sit with Tony Robbins for 3 days, he gonna rile you up on purpose. He's gonna prove to you, because he has a room full of thousands of people, he's gonna prove to you that everyone goes through the same shit. So that group learning thing, it's powerful. It's powerful. But one-on-one, first of all, you got to pay me, because otherwise you're not going to hold yourself accountable. You're going to take it in one year and out the other, because there's no investment on your part. There's nothing holding you to do the work I'm telling you to do. There's no timeline. There's no goal. Second of all, if you're paying for the information, you're going to make damn well sure that you ask questions, because you don't understand. You're going to ask questions. You're going to make sure you get everything for your money's worth. You're going to participate. You're not going to sit there and listen. You're going to participate. And number 3, you're going to make sure you apply the work. If I paid for an Adobe Photoshop class, I'm going to make sure I do the homework, because that's the only way I'm going to ask questions. If I don't try it and see what happens and, understand what happens if I press this button and do it this way or whatever, if I get the effect that I'm looking for or not, I'm not going to be able to ask questions if I don't apply it. This is why I'm asking people, look, you want help? You don't want to share it in a group? You feel a little, some kind of way about sharing your personal details? Fine, come at me one-on-one so we can really make this work. You paying me means you respect the amount of information I'm about to give you. You doing the work that I'm telling you to do means you're going to have feedback from me, which we can dialogue about, and I can see if this works for you, if I need to come up with another solution for you as well. Because I'm good like that. I can figure that out. But without you doing the work, without you committing to yourself, your own self-development, I can't help you. I can't reach you. It's going to be just the posts on Instagram at that point. It's going to be just once in a blue moon you hit an episode of my podcast that really resonates with you. But that means you're still going to keep wondering and wondering and wondering until you find the fact that you need constant help to get over this, because you keep coming to the same place every time. That do not pass go feeling on Monopoly. At some point during the game, don't you feel like, oh my God, if I could just not keep passing go. I'm tired of passing go. I want more than this. That's where I come in. That's where I help you change the game or see something different about the game so it feels better to you. Your mindset, that is everything. I stopped calling myself mindset and motivation coach because everyone and their mother is doing mindset and motivation. What I do is specific to your experience. What I do, it means everything to me. So I'm going to give it my all, which means I'm not going to stop looking for new ways to do things. I'm not going to stop educating myself because I am committed to this dream. This is one of those very, very few things that I decided, nope, I can't push it off on somebody else. I can't put it off till later. This is not one of those things I can talk myself out of. You know the other thing I couldn't talk myself out of? Taking care of my child my way. Not leaving her upbringing up to someone else. Being present in her life at every possible moment. So I'm committed to you like I'm committed to my child. I want you to win. I want you to succeed. And I want you to do it with a smile on your face because you're proud of everything you've done to get there. I want you to be able to look in the mirror and be like, you know what? Blood, sweat, and tears right here. I fought myself to get to where I need to be. I pushed through all the restrictions everyone gave me. I did not sleep my way there. I did not con my way there. I did not name drop my way there. I worked for this. I earned every bit of this. And I am damn proud. That's what I want for you. I can't help it. Whenever I see Cool Runnings, I think of that moment where Junior is being coached, right? And he's told to stand in front of the mirror and say, look, what do you see? And he said, I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother that don't take no shit off of nobody. And that's what I want you to be able to say once you're done talking to me. Recognize all you've done so far. Understand you have options to get to where you want to be. And then go to work. Work on it every day. Every day. Without fail. That's what I want for you. So when you're ready to get that work done, when you're ready to have that kind of halftime coach, you come find me. You know where to find me. You know what I'm up to. I'm here for you, and I don't take saying that lightly either. Come find me when you're ready. I'll talk to you soon.